It's your lady Pink. What's going on with you guys today? So today I just wanted to make this video trying to help some of the new drivers. Just a little tidbit of little like random things, little random facts that could like help you out when you start driving. So okay, don't fall glasses. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the interstate system. Okay, before I get started, I just want to say, for all of the drivers out there that's been driving for a while, you probably already know all of this, you know. So, I mean, if you just want to skip this video, you wouldn't hurt my feelings, you know. But if you just want to stay and watch me because I'm just so fabulous, then come on, baby, just keep watching. Come on. Okay. So, let me get down to business. Okay. So, the interstate system. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Well, I know a lot of people know this, but okay, fuck this. I'm not going to keep explaining myself, okay? Just know that this video is made for new drivers, or, you know, maybe you're not even a driver yet, but you trying to, you know, about to get your CDL or whatever, you know. This is just little interesting things to know. It might could help you out. Okay, so I'm not explaining myself anymore. So I don't need you leaving me comments telling me, oh, well, everybody know that. Well, fuck you. You might have not known. They got somebody out there that probably didn't know. Okay, so don't be coming for me unless I send for you. Boop. I'm going off on nobody. I'm sitting up here talking to myself, going off. I'm crazy, y'all. I'm crazy. Okay, so like I was saying, so the interstate system. So, even numbers like I-70, I-80, I-20, I-40, you know, those even numbers go east and west. Okay? And the odd numbers, Interstate 49, Interstate 5, you know, all of those odd numbers, they go north and east. And I know pretty much a lot of people know that, but what a lot of people don't know, or just maybe just never paid attention to, is the numbers go down as you go west and south. So if you are on, let's just say, Interstate 20, and you are in Louisiana, and you are going to Texas, so you going west, and I don't know how it's going to come across on the camera, but okay, you going west, and if you are at mile marker, I don't know, like whatever, 160, you know, it's going to go down. So 160, 159, 158, 157, and so on and so forth until you get to Texas. And then Texas is going to start off like if you're on the 20, the first exit is going to be exit 636. So it's going to be exit 636, well, not exit, but mile marker 636, 635, 634, 633, you know, so it's going down. So when you go west and when you go south, the numbers, the mile markers and the exit numbers and all of that, you know, mile markers are, an exit number is basically a mile marker. They just put it in big, you know, on big signs and shit like that. But it's basically a mile marker. That's what the exit number is. It's a mile marker. And so the mile markers, they go down as you go west and south, and they go up as you go east and north. So everything that I just said, except reversed, is going up as you go, you know, east and north. And I know you're probably thinking, why would I need to know that? Why is that important? How is that gonna benefit my life? I don't know. I have no idea. The only thing that it helps me with, the only reason why I care to know that information is because if I'm heading west or if I'm heading south, I mean, they got enough technology today where you could find out anything you damn near want to know. But you know, whatever. It helps me out when I want to know, you know, how many miles away am I from the state line. So if I know that I'm at exit, or if I'm at mile marker 20, I know that in 19 more miles, I'll be into the next state if I'm going west or if I'm going east. Now, I mean, if I'm going west or if I'm going south. Now, it don't help you in no type of way if you're going north or if you're going east, unless you already know how Okay, fuck that. I ain't even about to try to explain all of that. But yeah, so that's just a little tidbit about the interstate system. Also, I want to talk about, I know that this may sound like something that you wouldn't even think about. They probably don't even talk about it in school. I don't even know. Well, truck driving school, they probably don't even talk about it. I don't know. But you guys gotta know how much a ton weighs. A ton weighs 2,000 pounds. Okay, so if you see a bridge or a road or whatever, you mostly gonna see it on bridges, but you know, whatever, if you just see, if you on a road or something like that and it says cannot exceed whatever, like 10 tons, so you know, if it said 10 tons and a ton equals 2,000 pounds, you just multiply that by 2, so 10 times 2 equals 20. So just think about the number 20 and just add 1,000 pounds at the end of it. So 20,000 pounds. So we already know your truck is 80,000 pounds, so you cannot go over that bridge. You know what I mean? So that's just something small that, you know, you probably don't think that you're gonna need to know. But honey, if you break somebody's bridge and kill somebody, and you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I knew how much a ton was so that I would have known not to go over that bridge. You know, so yeah, a ton is 2,000 pounds. Okay, that's one thing. Also, something else, this is just completely out the way, but did you guys know that, you know, the hood mirror on your truck, when you are passing somebody, if you're in the left lane and you passing somebody and see, I'm already in my head thinking about how I'm about to apologize for something that I haven't even said yet. But anyway, if you are trying to pass somebody, your hood mirror, if you are passing them and you know you keep looking in your mirror, you like, okay, I can't tell if, I mean, most of the time they'll flash you over or whatever, but if they don't flash you over, the one way that you can tell if you have enough space in between you and the truck that you're passing is if you look in the hood mirror and you cannot see their the nose of the, if you can't see their truck anymore, but mainly, you know, the nose of their truck, if you can't see the nose of their truck, but I ain't even gonna be specific, I'm just gonna say if you cannot see their truck anymore, period, then that means that you have enough space. It might be a little tight. If they have their little arm guard, you might make them beep. You know, the little arm guard might be beeping because you might be too close as far as, you know, safety distance and stuff like that. But, you know, if the goddamn ambulance, just for example, is behind you and you in the left lane and the ambulance behind you, and it's like, you know, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta get over, and you don't know if you don't know if you get over, are you gonna, you know, clip this guy or this woman who you are, you know, trying to pass. So just, yeah, that's just a good way to know. If you cannot see them in your hood mirror anymore, then it's enough space. And of course, I do suggest that you always look into the big mirror, you know, the big regular size mirror. You know, always look in all of your mirrors before you switch lanes or anything like that. But I'm just saying, just for critical times where you just ain't got time to do all of that, you know, if you can't see them anymore, you good to go. You could pass them. Also, this is something that I wish somebody would have told me when I first started. The first job I had, I started with Snyder. And when in my orientation class, because I actually just went to a school. I didn't get my CDL through like CRST or Prime or anything like that. Like, I just went to, you know, a truck driving school. And so the first job I had was Snyder. And I was in orientation. And we had, you know, students in my class that they had to go on the road with a trainer. So we had students, we had regular company drivers, and we had owner operators. You know, we had experienced drivers in there and new students, you know. And when I tell you they was up in there talking about macros, I was like, what the fuck? And in my head, I thought I was like, what the fuck is a macro? You know, sound like I got hungry. I thought he was trying to say macaroni and cheese or something. I was like, what the fuck is a macro? You know, he was not talking about macaroni and cheese, you guys, so don't get happy like I did. Okay. He was, a macro is like a pre-written message on the Qualcomm. The Qualcomm is what you use to communicate with your fleet manager. It's like a computer. you know. So it's like, when I say it's a pre-written message, think about like when somebody's calling you on your phone, and it says answer, reject, and then at the bottom you could pull it up and it says like a pre-written message where you could put like I'm busy right now, call you back later, or whatever. Like, it's already a pre-written message. That's what the macros are. And then they have free form, which basically just means you can write them just like a regular paragraph, like you're texting them or something like that. But I know that this don't sound like something that would be big, but for the people out there, if you were watching this and you are just about to go to a company and you know you don't know shit, like you know, that's what a macro is. Because when I'm telling you, I was so confused, y'all. They were just going on and on about macros, and I was like, I'm looking like, and I could see it because they had it on the little projector or whatever, so I could see that, you know, that they're talking about messages, but I didn't understand why they was calling them macros. You know, I was like, what the fuck is a macro? What the fuck is a loaded call, an empty call? Like, because they was talking, because what they was doing was the orientation people, you know, the people who the orientation coordinator, they was up in there talking about talking to us as if all of us was experienced drivers, and if all of us you know, knew about the Qualcomm and knew about these macros and all of that. That's how they was talking to the class, as if we all was on the same level, and we wasn't. They had experienced drivers, owner operators, and you know, people like me who was just straight out of school. I didn't know anything about a macro or what the, you know, I knew that we had electronic logs and, you know, it was on a Qualcomm and stuff like that, but they, you know, they in school, they didn't explain to me that they was called macros. So I mean, it's really not a big deal. You know, it's not hard to work the Qualcomm or the Blue Tree or the People's Net and all of these different little types of computers that does the same thing. It just, you know, it has your e-logs on it, and you can send messages. You could even play games on these little motherfuckers. They got the little pinball. You could play solitaire and shit like that. Get on the internet. So anyway, but yeah, all I'm saying is, you know, they didn't tell me that, so I just didn't know what the hell a macro was. So I was just like, excuse me, you know, I'm sorry if if I'm asking you something that appears to be a dumb question in your eyes, you know. But yeah, so I was a little bit upset. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. You know, just give you a little tidbit on just things that, you know, don't seem like you would need to know these things, but it's just good to know. It's good to learn. It's good to grow, you know. So I hope you guys stay safe out there, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I cannot think of anything else, a little tidbit that I could tell you about. Oh, I know what I'm about to make my next video about. I'm about to tell y'all about all the mistakes I made as a new driver. Y'all are gonna laugh at me. I know you will. Because please don't laugh at me. It hurts my feelings. Okay? Y'all be safe.